Okay, this is a video about combining like terms and just kind of the process. And I want to keep it really simple. Sometimes you'll have like terms on both sides of your equation, but in this, we're just going to practice combining the like terms that are on the one side of the equation. We have all of these terms over here, and we have just a number over here. So let's kind of refresh our memory about what we got going on. We have 2y plus 2y plus 6 plus 10. So let's break it down into the terms we have. We have a positive 2y and another positive 2y, a positive 6, and a positive 10. And then on this side, we have a positive 18. We don't want to mess with this side at all. We're just going to kind of ignore this side for a second. Okay, so right here we have 2y plus 2y. Since both of these have an identical variable, which is y, in these terms, since they're identical, there's no exponent, there's no other variable, we just have one y in this one and one y in this one. We can actually go ahead and add these together. Addition and subtraction is very strange. You can only add or subtract things that are exactly the same variable-wise or unknown-wise. That's all you can do. You can multiply anything, and you can pretty much divide anything. Okay, but you cannot put things together when it comes to adding or subtracting that are not identical. Okay, so we can go ahead and put these together because this one has a y and this one has a y. So what we end up doing is we just look at the coefficients or those numbers in front of y, and we either add or subtract them. Well, since they are both positive 2's, we're going to add them together, and 2 plus 2 is 4y. And you guys know that because when we've moved the variables from side to side, once we get them on the same side, then we can add or subtract them. It's about getting them to the same side. Well, these are already on the same side, so we can just add them together. But the same thing goes for this. So here, these two are alike, positive 2y and positive 2y. And then these two are alike because they neither one have a variable. We have a positive 6 and a positive 10. They neither one have a variable. And 6 plus 10, or positive 6 plus 10, is positive 16. Now I just have a two-step equation. I have to get my variable by itself. In other words, we have multiplication going on first, 4 times y plus 16. So I have to undo everything in the opposite order. So subtract 16 from both sides. Now is when I have to do the both sides thing. I can't put 16 and 18 together because I have this block in the way, this line or this equal signs or the balance. I can't just put them together unless they're on the same side. So I'm going to get the 16 on the same side as the 18 so I can put them together. So now I've got a 0 here, and all I have left is 4y on the left, and then 18 minus 16, which is 2. Divide both sides by 4, and I end up with y equals 1/2. And that's fine to end up with a fraction. Okay, so that's combining like terms for the first problem. So let's look at the second problem. 5x plus 7 minus 2x plus 1 equals 12. So on the left side, we have all this stuff going on. We have a positive 5x, a positive 7, a negative 2x, and a positive 1. So we have a couple of things with identical variables. We have the positive 5x, and we have the negative 2x. So identical variables. So let's go ahead and put these together. And I'm going to look at it just like this. I have a positive 5 and a negative 2. So I basically have 5 minus 2. I'm just going to subtract the coefficients. I'm going to do this in my head normally, but I'm just writing it out to show you what I'm doing in my head. 5 minus 2 is 3. Now, what has to tag along? Because we're just adding or subtracting, so the x just tags along. And then the other things I have that are the same because they have no variable is my positive 7 and my positive 1. So up here, I'm going to look at this. Positive 7 plus 1 is just positive 8. Okay, and then on this right side, I just have 12. Again, back to a two-step equation. Okay, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. because now I'm moving things. Here I'm just combining things that are already moved where I need them. They're already together on the left. But now I want my variable on the right only and my numbers on the, my variable on the left only and my numbers on the right. So I'm going to move this across that barrier, and now I can combine my like terms. So 3x equals 12 minus 8, which is 4. I'm dividing by 3 because that is what number is next to my x or is being multiplied by the x, or the x is being multiplied by, and I'm left with x equals 4/3, and that's okay. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. Okay. All right, so that's combining like terms. I would like for you to try these. I'll help you identify in this first one what we're going to combine, and then I would like you to try solving them. So we have a positive 3, a negative 2x, a positive 4x, and a positive 6. So I can see a couple of things that are alike for each thing. I have two variable terms with 1x each, and I have two number terms. So I'm going to put these together. I have a negative 2x and a positive 4x. So I'm going to write this up here. I'm going to write negative 2 plus 4. Okay, so it's like I'm starting below 0 at negative 2, but I'm increasing by 4. So picture it on a number line if you have to. Here's 0, here's negative 1, here's negative 2. But I'm increasing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I started below 0 and now I'm ending above 0. I moved 4 spaces. I increased by 4 from negative 2. So that means I would have positive 2x. Now you finish it out. Here are your other like terms, positive 3 and positive 6. So you finish it out and finish out the two-step equation, and then you try this one. And you have everything there you need to look at.